Next is from Jason Turpin, and the subject is Buff Bagwell versus Babyface. Hey guys, Buff Bagwell recently on the 83 Weeks podcast with Eric Bischoff, and Buff sounded incredible. One thing addressed on the show was Bagwell's 1998 return after his neck injury, and Buff returned on the Nitro where Goldberg beat Hogan. He came into the Georgia Dome with his mom and cut one of the best babyface promos I've ever seen. Fans have criticized Bischoff over the years for not turning Buff babyface after his injury. Do you think that was a mistake, or was Buff better at the time as a heel with NWO? Thanks, and that's from Jason Turpin. And P.S. Looking forward to a Billy Body train wreck show. So, um, uh, I don't recall that interview.
We were there for that. No, yes, we were there for that. Yeah, I think he should have turned him babyface.
Yeah, because later
like
on,
in a wheelchair, it was.
And later on in the show, or maybe it was the following week, Hogan came out and pushed his wheelchair over, and then, but then like a couple months later, he turned heel again and joined Steiner.
Next is from Wayne Grolfine, and the subject's Heat. I don't know if it's because of an anniversary or whatever, but recently the hilarious Jay Lethal versus Ric Flair promo battle from Impact has been going viral online. It's so hilarious, and even Ric Flair, Notorious Kayfabe, was cracking up during it. Gotta ask you guys this, though. I remember reading at the time, and since that AJ Styles did not get along with Ric Flair at all back then. Disco, I think you were possibly working for Impact at the time. Do you have any insight on the backstage heat? If not, then Joe, maybe you know some stuff from the dirt sheets at the time. By the way, guys, those Billy Twitter meltdown is being screenshotted and shared online. What guy is? He's such a triggered because nobody wants to watch his off, Billy. You're an annoying chick. So that's so. Well, he brings out himself from his reactions for the way he acts on Twitter. But I still think this is hysterical. So, it is funny how this is content.
Yeah,
like the dirt sheet guys provide a lot of content just by tweeting. It's like seriously, him, Meltzer, Shamra, Sapp, all these guys. It's unbelievable, right? Bro, Cody, were you there?
Yeah, I just told you I would.
Well, AJ Styles and Ric Flair.
No.
I wasn't there when Flair was. I don't think I was there when Flair was there, but I was there when Jay Lethal was doing that because I remember. I'm almost positive you were booking or helping.
No, I did not have anything to do with that. I was not there with that. Yeah.
Well, but I remember we had an argument once. I think on WrestleZone where
that was way before that, though. That was way before that.
He was doing the Jay Lethal thing, and somebody else was doing like maybe a Macho. Maybe it was.
Lethal was doing Macho. And Sanjay was like his rival, his friend turned rival or something. That's the best I can remember of that.
Right, I remember he was doing that, and somebody else was doing something else. And I remember saying, this is not going to last long. And you were like, oh, yeah, this is going to be really big. But, I'd have to find that.
The best I can remember about Flair and AJ was the champion, and TNA brought Flair when they brought Hogan in and all those guys. And they wanted to make AJ Flair's protege, so they had him come out. Remember, they had him come out in the Flair robe, and he had a hood on it and all that stuff. He didn't like that. He didn't like doing the mini Flair thing that he was doing. But right. I don't know if he had any personal problems with Flair. Not that I don't know. Not that I read. Do you want to see this Flair Don Callis clip?
Yep. What now? I didn't hear that. What?
You want to see the Flair Don Callis clip now that we're talking about Flair?
Oh, yeah. Right. So basically last week, Conan, Ric Flair had that clip where he talked about Takshita's chops were not good, right? And Takshita basically responded and say, "Hi, I've always been a big Flair. Thank you for asking me. I will try to improve." It's a very babyface response, right? So then Don Callis basically tweeted that you're a better Flair's. You're a better worker than Flair. Basically, do you have that tweet, Joe? Do you have that tweet?
No, I just have this clip. The clip.
Try to find the tweet from Don Callis.
Okay.
Try to find the tweet from Don Callis. Actually,
I'm
trying to find it here. I'll find it here. Hang on.
All right. Do you want me to play this now, or wait till you find the tweet?
Wait till find the tweet.
Okay.
Timestamp this so we know.
Yep.
You writing down the subjects and the timestamps, Joe?
Yeah. But plus, I listen back. Well, anyway, Hughesy's going to get the whole video, but for me, yeah, I listen back to the audio anyway. So anything that's
what is Don Callis' Twitter?
The Don Callis.
What's the Don Callis? Okay.
Yeah.
So he tweeted.
Ask Rick anything. Is this a podcast that he does?
It's. I think they do it once a month or once every 2 months or something, where he takes like a mailbag like we do.
Wait, hang on. This is way too far back. Hang on.
I remember this because we read them like 2 weeks ago, so it's at least 2 weeks ago.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
Getting there. Oh, so all right. So he tweets it. So Flair had his tweet, and Tasha tweeted, "I have the utmost respect for Ric Flair. It is incredible to me that he mentioned me. I need to practice a lot as I haven't done much chopping in Japan. Thanks for the advice. I would like you to actually teach me if possible. Watch my chops grow from now on." And then Don Callis tweeted, "You're already better than him, kid." All right. And then he had another tweet, and then Ric Flair responds to the tweet. So you got it, Joe?
Yeah.
All right, let's play it.
Don Callis responded to Takeshita's tweet, and he says, "You're already better than him, kid." What do you think of that assertion from Don Callis saying that Takeshita is already better than you?
Who's Dan Callis?
Well, he is a wrestling luminary. He's been the second for Kenny Omega for a few years ago.
Like I said, who's Dan Callis?
Okay, dope.
Yeah. How many times was he world champion?
I don't believe that happened for him.
Huh?
I don't think that happened for him.
I've never. Who'd you wrestle?
No, I'm saying I don't. He was a wrestler for sure. He was in the WWE.
No way! Come on, doing what? Put up the ring. Come on. Jesus Christ, Don Callis. Give you a break. It's Mr. Flair, Don. Mr. Flair.
Let's talk about somebody else.
That's what I mean. Somebody just stepping in, trying to get in a relevant comment. Here's who is Don Callis? And by the way, if I see a sign autograph next to me and there's no one standing there, then we know who Don Callis is.
I love you for that.
Who's Don Callis? I know Kenny Omega is. He's a big star, but
Yikes.
It's kind of a. I wonder if has Don responded to this today. I wonder.
I haven't seen or heard anything, but I'll look right now. Yeah.
He's got no comment yet. All right. So what was it? So the next one is from John Kamepa, and the subject is, and they put it in quotation marks, right? So I think it was maybe 3 weeks ago that the Great Muta versus Shinsuke Nakamura happened, and in the post-match interview, Muta referred to Nakamura with homophobic terms. I'm not saying that I want him to be canceled or him to get in any trouble, because to me it seemed like he was just goofing around, busting some beans, etc. My question is, though, where was the IWC outrage? On Raw 30, the women were only in 2 segments, which in the eyes of the IWC means the WWE thinks that all women should be groped, underpaid, and used and abused. Yet Muta flat out uses the number one homophobic term, and no one seemed to care. What do you guys think about what Muta said? Oh yeah, Conan, it seems like people have taken your advice about Billy Body. You always say if you don't like it, don't watch it. Well, we don't like him, so no one watches his interview show. Hughie can hide Billy's name all he wants, but we're not watching. So, okay, well, don't watch. So, it's funny, like these people, I guarantee these people watch too. Because why would you sit there and like make a point to say, like, they talk about Billy a lot, don't they?
You're muted, Conan. Sorry.
Go ahead. And the Muta stuff, it's like, who?
If you're following somebody, you're a stan. That's all there is to it.
Yeah. What do you think about Muta? I guess he's a homophobic.
I don't know what the he's talking about. Did he actually use that word, or did he say it in Japanese?
I mean, who cares?
Japanese.
Honestly,
it doesn't bother me, bro.
Me neither, of course. That's why it didn't bother a lot of people. And this guy's wondering why it didn't bother people. Well, so he gives a
right. And then then he said something which I did not understand, that because the women weren't more on WWE, that
he was surprised that there was not more outrage.
Okay, because he said something about groped or something.
Right. Here's the thing. He says, on Raw 30, the women were only in 2 segments, which in the eyes of the IWC means that WWE thinks the women should all be groped, underpaid, and used and abused. I mean, bro, I think this guy was more upset about the stuff than anybody else. It sounds like, you know. Next one.
Well, here's
him and the Bellas. Nothing.
Here's what happened. It was a post-match comment. Muta said, "He's good, Shinsuke, good, but maybe he's." Muta seems to go even further with his assessment, saying maybe he's maybe bye Shinsuke, no more. So he did. I guess he said it in English.
I mean, who
All right,
cares?
big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.